a gentleman that I went to church with, and the pastor had asked him to teach some, and he was teaching. He was a young guy. I was a young guy, and I didn't want to teach. He wanted to teach. I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? And the pastor asked him to teach, and he was teaching occasionally. Whenever the pastor would ask him, he was teaching. And you talk about good. He was good. He was anointed by God. It was so wonderful to hear him and his take on things. It was wonderful. But he taught a few times, and then another church found out that he was teaching, and they called him up and they said, you know what? We'll give you our Wednesday night service if you'll just come teach for us on Wednesday nights. And we'll just let you teach every single Wednesday night, but you'll have to leave where you're at. Does that sound like God to you? It don't to me. Not unless you got it in your spirit that that's the right thing to do. And I tell you, I don't think you'd have it in your spirit because it's presented wrong. It's presented if you'll leave where you're at. Because most of the time the devil does it a little more subtle than that. He'll do it where people don't even realize they've been moved out of their spot. They don't even realize they've been pulled away from the perfect will of God. God was using him and he was building him up. And the Lord tells us in his word about a novice. You use somebody that's new at something, you use them slowly. Yeah. The reason you use them slowly is because you don't want them to get a big head. And then they get puffed up and they think they're something, because there's not one of us in here that's anything. It's not about us, it's about the Lord. What does he want us to say? What does he want us to do? It's all got to be about him. It can't be about us.
That's right. Amen.
Anyway, make a long story short, he left. Now, I didn't know nothing. I know less than nothing. And I'm thinking, I just didn't have a good feeling on the inside of me about that. It's not my business, but I'm thinking, I don't feel good about this. A little while later, I heard that he wasn't living for the Lord anymore. He dropped out of church. Now, don't you see, and I see, that was a distraction by the enemy to get him pulled out of his lane, not running the race he was supposed to be running.
Amen.
It was done by flattery.
Yes. Yes.
Now, teaching is a good thing, and he was doing a good work, but he was called in one place, and he let the devil pull him out of that place. Have y'all ever let the devil pull you